God's grace and peace to you. I'm Leonie. I was having some trouble writing the script for this video, so I'm just going to talk and see what happens. So, as the song goes, love is a battlefield, and in this video I'm not just talking about romantic love, because it's hard to love people properly. It actually takes learning, and it takes risk, and it takes confrontation. It can feel like going to war sometimes, just going out and trying to fight your battles alongside other soldiers. And sometimes those soldiers are going to desert and leave you behind, or they might change sides and shoot you in the back. Or they might just all fall around you. And you come back, if you lose a relationship, then you might come back covered in gore and wounds that turn into scars or lost limbs. Metaphorically speaking, of course. But it's definitely something you see a lot nowadays, where people feel alienated and depressed in greater numbers than ever. And all we can really do to counter that is to keep going out courageously, to trust that God is going to provide for us, that we can lean on Him, that we don't have to lean on other people, but that we can help other people to lean on us, on God through us. And you learn all this in the Bible. By reading the Bible, you learn that God has a mission for you. You learn first that He has created us to reach out to other people, or to want that kind of connection. That's in us. And then Jesus, in the Great Commission, He tells us we need to reach out to other people on a spiritual level. So God provides our mission, and He provides our food. He gives us rest, and He gives us armor and weapons. He is preparing us for battle. It's not going to be easy, as He says. People are going to resist, and we have to be ready. And so, because of things that have been happening in my life this year, I've been finding new meaning in all of these parts of the Bible, and in the idea of love as a battlefield. Love for other people, love for our enemies, love for our neighbors, love for ourselves, most importantly, love for God. And so I figured I would talk about some of the things that have impacted me lately to get me thinking about this. So I've joined a new church, and I've been dealing with my estranged sister, and I was in a romantic relationship that did not make it through adversity. So I'm going to go up to the first thing, and it's kind of funny. Probably a lot of people who hear this will understand that joining a new church can be really difficult, even if the people are really nice, because, and I guess this is something I've noticed finally, and it's that I am really lazy, but apparently I am not the exception. A lot of other people are as lazy as I am, and so I've been trying to take what I accuse other people of and accuse myself of it. So if I want to make connections at this new church, then I have to actually go out of my way and do something about it. Even though these are mostly women who have been in this community for a long time, these women don't really reach out, but sometimes they do, and if I reach out sometimes too, then, slowly we're making connections. And so I've been planning to organize a women's Bible and movie night, because I figure that somebody's got to make something happen. And that's the thing, is that even though I feel sometimes I feel very rejected, and I feel like my heart is going through a meat grinder. I know it's not completely hopeless, and if I actually put some effort into it, and try new things that I've never done before. Step out of my comfort zone. It's hard to say, but I think that this is a battlefield I can fight in. Now, my sister and I, we got to emailing, and we haven't really talked in 5 years. So I had to prod her a couple times in order to get her to talk, but she was very positive seeming. And then she started saying things that I know are not true. So she started lying to me about some things. And when I asked about those things, she ghosted me. So she's out there saying things behind people's backs that are lies, and it's painful. It's painful that she's doing that most of all. But it's been something that for the last 5 years I've been putting off, and I haven't really known what to do. I haven't been able to make it clear in my mind what it was that was bothering me about the situation. Because I kept telling my sister that she needed to deal with her relationship with my parents first before she talked with me, and she didn't want to do that. So there was no relationship with us. And turns out she doesn't really want a relationship beyond just being able to have a happy little email once in a while. But I'm really glad I found that out. I'm glad that God finally gave me the clarity to understand what I needed to do. In this particular battlefield, I was able to tell her what I thought, but in a gentle way. And I'm really grateful for that. It's very fulfilling, way more than just sweeping something under the rug. It's taken me a long time to understand, even though I knew it was a good thing to talk through problems in the past. This has really made it clear to me how you do that. And so I'm grateful, even though I'm still praying for my sister. And then the last thing with the last one has had me kind of swinging from one side to the other, where I know what I should be doing, but my feelings, they want something entirely different, because it's difficult when you've cared about someone for so long as a friend, and then all of a sudden they don't want anything to do with you. And so I've been trying to figure out what exactly God's love requires that I do in this situation, and I guess the other party has made it pretty clear that he wants me out of his life, and that's probably the best thing, the most merciful. And so I'm going to do as he wishes and leave him be. Leave my sister be and leave him be, and sometimes that's just what we have to do, is fight for as long as we can and then know when to turn to another battlefield. And I just want him to get into heaven, and I want to get into heaven, and I want all of you guys who are watching this to get into heaven, because if I get to see you there, then I can't explain how thrilled I would be. So, if God is willing, I want to see every single one of you guys there. And I guess that's what we're fighting for. That's how we love people, is we want them to be with God. And everything we do should be pointing toward that. So, finally, I have something to announce, and I've found that I need to really focus on a lot of things in my life, and it doesn't leave much time for making videos. So I'm going to retire eLeone for now, and I'm extremely grateful for the fellowship and support that you showed me when I did post videos and when I commented on other people's channels, mostly God Botherer Ones and Christian Red Pillars. And it didn't last for long, but it meant a lot to me. So I pray that all of your lives are blessed with joy and love and opportunities to share God's word. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to me in the comments and let God's light shine through you.